You sipping. Sipping, no scissor. Sip, sip. Hey world, welcome to Kiki with Kenny. As always, I'm your girl, Kenni, in the building. And I got my brother from another mother,
Mr. Wash,
in the building. And we welcome you to Kiki with Kenni Podcast. This podcast is where we talk about all things love-related, relationships, everything. Friendships, family ships, situationships.
all kind of shit.
All kind of ships. Ships passing in the wind. I really like that. So I'm going to keep saying that.
Okay.
So with that, we go sit back, relax, get ready, get set. Let's Kiki. I don't really have a game today.
Okay, so we're going straight into it?
No, we're not going straight into it.
We're doing that.
So we're recording early because it is Thanksgiving. So I don't have a game, but I just want to say what I'm thankful for.
What are you thankful for?
I am thankful for you, Alan. I really want to say, I almost start crying because I'm a little bushy. I want to say thank you, Alan, because, I'm finna cry. Because I got a dream and I have a vision on different shit that I want to do. And when I tell you, you don't look at me and be like, this bitch crazy. You really be like, it's doable. It's feasible. You can do it. And you kind of motivate me a little bit. Well, not a little bit, a lot of bit. Mm-hmm. Don't do that.
Because the eyes are steady watering up as we talk. And I'm just looking at you like, how crazy it is.
That I can cry like that?
Yeah, on command.
No, I should have been an actress. I really should have been an actress. For real. But no, these are real tears. These are not fake tears. Yeah. They are real.
You don't have to dig deep to cry.
No, I don't. That's because I got a lot of shit in my life. But anyway, I ain't got no makeup on, so I can wipe. Okay. But no, Alan, I thank you. I am so grateful for you. 2021 it really, to be honest, I ain't even going to say I had that many downs. I had a lot of ups for 2021. We are in 2021, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Okay, so I had a lot of ups, and it's like my ups are going up, and up. Any downs that I lost or any lessons, the downs that I had, they were really lessons, and they were faults of my own because I should have let shit go when I should. I come in here time and complain about the same shit, and it be like, when she gonna let this shit go? Mm-hmm. And then I finally let it go, and it's just like, okay, this is what everybody was talking about. So I just want to say I am grateful and thankful for you. I'm thankful for a lot of shit, but I just wanted to give you your flowers. I don't have none here, so here's your flowers for being Alan. So thank you, Alan. Thank you for being a friend.
Well, I'm appreciative of you. You know what I'm saying? I thank you as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So with that, I move forward. So it was no game, no shots, no nothing. Because it's just us. We don't have company. We got to cook in the kitchen for Thanksgiving. So I just want to say thank you. Mm-hmm. And thank you for the viewers, those who watch, those who click thumbs up, those who leave comments. I know the faithful few, because they always texting me or leaving a comment or inboxing me. So I thank you, even new, old, everybody. Thank you guys for kicking in with Kenny. We're almost done with 2021, so let's finish it strong. But of course, we're here to discuss. I don't know how to do a drum roll.
We're here to discuss insecure.
Insecure? What?
But insecure, but just everything around it. Because like I say, our conversations kind of branch off of insecure.
They definitely do.
But you know what I'm saying? Like you said, so our main center is insecure, but it branched off to a lot of stuff, especially this episode. So.
Oh God, I hope I'm gonna start crying during this episode.
Yeah.
Because it's I don't know if the writers have this magic glass ball where they look into our real lives and they put it on the screen. Mm-hmm. Because this episode, as always, it's a mess. Mm-hmm. But it was very good. You watched it. Did you like it?
I liked it. I ain't say I disliked it, whatever. It was just, it wasn't one of the episodes like, I really enjoyed or whatever. It was just an episode that kind of spoke to a lot of people that's probably going through the same kind of thing.
Right.
So.
And that's Black people, we go through a lot of shit that was in this episode. Of course, we opened up with Molly getting her cootie cat ate in that bad black dress. I liked her dress. I liked it. And, they still try to bring humor in a real situation. But she got that text message, get to the hospital, found out, her mom was in the hospital. We kind of said something was going to happen. I went to the extreme and said her mom was going to die. Yeah. But she ain't.
She had a stroke.
Yeah, she had a stroke. And that's something Black community relates to a lot. My grandmother actually had a massive stroke. She had several, and then she had a massive stroke that put her in the bed. So everything that Molly was going through, I related because I had to see that with my grandma. So I cried a lot in that episode because it's just like, the fuck. But then we also got, before we get so deep into Molly's situation, she was at the hospital handling shit like she handled shit. Not really taking a moment for herself because, like I said, she had on a dress that she was having sex in and looked like that dude. It wasn't no dude we seen before, so she must have went on a date with this dude. So that means she had that dress on all night.
Well, yeah, she said she had sex with a random. So
you don't think she went on a date with him?
Well, I think she went on a date.
Oh.
Like just a random dude, like she went out with.
And I'm so shocked about that because Molly is kind of like me. Once I'm dating you, we go together, we get married, and I'm straight to the future. This is like the third or fourth random this season, and she's not trying to talk in relationships.
Yeah.
So I think I'm a little proud of her for that. I'm not there yet because I go with you.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not there yet. But then after we flashed from Molly, we went to Issa and Nathan in his drawers with his dangling.
Okay.
You don't care about all that. He had a dangling. But you don't see that. I saw it though. But yeah, it was like he was comfortable. Did you notice that? Yeah. He was like walking around naked, getting the coffee. What you gotta say? Nothing? No. No interaction, no nothing about that?
No, I'm saying like they are two people that they're awkward in their own way, but they understand each other and they enjoy each other's company. Because
them trying to set up a date, that was so fucking awkward. Like he know he want to spend time with her, she knows she want to spend time with him, but they coming up with all these, and I'm just like, y'all awkwardness is cute, but it's stupid. Yeah. And I'm a little over it. I just need y'all to get to the point. And I think he was still trying to do the slow because he said he want to take things slow. And Issa tried not to step on toes and push him away or whatever. So she was a little awkward till she found out Molly's mom was in the hospital. And it was good for him to say, I got you. Like, I'll drop you off. Was that her car he was driving?
I don't think he has his own car.
That was her car. So he jodied her.
No, I think it was his car.
Oh, that looked like her car. I don't know, because she do lifts, so I thought that was her car. But I thought he jodied her. I was like, what the fuck you dropping off in her car? So yeah, they did that. Her and Molly swapped pussy juices because they switched clothes. That's what best friends do. Like, we do shit like that. Yeah. Like, I fucked in this dress, I fucked in these pants, whatever. But no, we really don't. But if I needed to, I would switch clothes with my friends. If I needed to. So you talk now because I'm talking too much.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not?
Yeah, you're probably fine. Like, yeah.
So then, Issa gets to the hospital. She talks to Molly. They still have that awkward friendship. It's there. The friendship is there, but it's still a little awkward or whatever. So they talk and she's like, okay, I'll go to the house. And she went to the house. They got Flavor Flav. I forgot about Flavor Flav. Did you remember about the damn dog?
I know she had a dog.
You forgot?
Yeah.
I forgot about him, but I remember she had him. They took him for a walk. And when they taking him for a walk, Issa and Nathan, they're talking. And they're bonding. And I'm liking it till Issa Mama called. And when Issa Mama called, shout out to Wendy Raquel. I love her. But she calls and she notices that Issa's like, looking around. She's like, who that? Who's that? So she talks to Nathan, and Nathan did what all women want men to do. He claimed Issa. I love that. He was like, yeah, that's my girlfriend. And Issa was like, oh, what the fuck? So that caught her off guard or whatever. They realized Flavor Flav was gone. So they had to do the thing to find him. But one of the things that Nathan talked about when they were talking about dogs is when he said his dad, and I feel so sorry for black men. When he said his dad told him that if anybody fuck with you, you better beat them up. If you don't beat them up, then you got to deal with me or whatever. I hate that. That's trauma.
Yeah, but that's what most black men have always heard from.
I hate that because it's like I've heard before. If you lose a fight, you got to fight me when you get home. Yeah. What are we teaching our children? Like, The fuck?
Well, but that's back in the day, though. They think about that's like being tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you better handle up their situation or you got to deal with me. So.
I guess. I mean, I have a son. I'm grateful. I think he only had 2 fights ever. And I never encouraged him to fight. I just say, hey, if you did everything you're supposed to do, if you talked to the teacher, you reported it, you did it. If they keep on, go for it. I got you. I've never said I'm gonna fight you when I'm not gonna do that. Like, I love my child. I don't know. I'm different. I know that's the old way of parenting. We gotta change that.
What?
That's tacky.
My open ass.
Yeah, like if you telling your kid you get beat up, you gotta fight me.
That's tacky. But a lot of the old ways are not tacky to me. A lot of the old ways kind of need to come back.
Yeah, a lot of the old ways do need to come back because that's what builds character and hard workers and not these soft-ass kids. Yeah. And the cancel culture. So, yeah, I get it, but I ain't like that. I just felt
it's certain things that we used to do back in the day that we have to change that.
Yeah.
Because it serves no point. Yeah. But then some things, whatever, we do need to bring back.
So, yeah, and then I think Nathan also realized, because there was a tone in this that I'll bring up twice. The first one, Nathan and Issa, when they were talking, Issa was explaining her mom to Nathan. Mm-hmm. And she was basically saying, my mom's messy. She's all over the place. She don't know what she wants. She don't know what she doing. And the whole time Nathan looking like, bitch, that's you. Yeah. And now I see where you get it from. And I think Issa realizing when she said it out loud, like, oh, this is learned behavior. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm really my mom. And I got to get this shit together. So when Nathan didn't say nothing, he didn't judge her. But he gave her the eyes like, yeah, bitch, you messy, you all over the place or whatever. So they got back to Molly's condo apartment and they found Flavor Flav. Issa was happy because she didn't want to have to tell Molly while her mom was sick that she lost Flavor. But Issa did... I don't know. She told Nathan she loved him. And I've been the girl to say I love you first. But niggas always say I love you back. Even if they didn't mean it, they said it back. I love you too. Oh, okay, I love you. Okay, whatever. You know? What?
We make shit difficult. Because like you're saying, she made a comment. She was like, oh, I love you for that. You know what I'm saying? And I think we always misconstrue having love for somebody versus I'm in love with you.
So that was one of my questions. Mm-hmm. Do you think it was just the moment, like the moment of him having his patience with her, working with her, that's what she loved instead of saying, I love you?
Well, that's what she loves about him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That he has patience for her, right? But like, yeah, telling somebody that, oh, you know, saying I love you for that, right? Right. That's just an enduring feeling, whatever. And I think the look they gave each other, they made it more than what it really was.
So, what if he would... So, do you think he should have said, I love this about you, or he should have just been quiet, like he was quiet?
It's just depending on the people.
What would you have done?
I don't know in that situation.
So, if I would have said, Alan, you know, I love how... I just gave you...
I think I would have complimented you back.
Like, you know, you're not so bad yourself, or thank you, you know.
Yeah, I think I would have said something.
You make it easy. Or he was just hush mouth.
Yeah, but he was hush mouth because they made it more than what it was. Like, she was like, oh shit. Yeah. And he made it like, oh, like this. And then they started kissing, right? So they made it more than what it really was. Versus she just saying, I'm enduring, like, I love you for this, for who you are. Right. And they made it more of a bigger...
Because he has been very patient with her. Yeah. Overly patient with her. Because she's a mess. Yeah. He is too, though. Yeah. So that's why it kind of works. So when they said that, I was just like, it made me think of a question. Like, when you're with someone and you say, I love you, mm-hmm. do you really want them to say, I love you back if they don't mean it?
Yes.
You do want them to say it back?
Yes, I think anybody does. Because it's awkward as shit. To be like, you know, I love you, and they'll be like, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's the truth how they feel, right? That's one of the worst awkward feelings you could have. You be like, oh shit, like, because now you feel like you didn't set yourself up, right?
But either way, it gets awkward, okay? As a woman, as an overthinker, because if I say, Alan, I love you, and you be like, shit, I love you too. Yeah. Even if you don't mean it, or you could mean it. Yeah. Tomorrow, I'll be like, I wonder if he really mean it. Or did he just say it because I said it? I'm going to wait for him to say it again. Well, he never said it. So now I'm like, Alan, do you really love me? Because you only said what I said to you. And you just say it back. So you never initiate. And here we go.
And that makes stuff awkward. Because I've had that happen before. With somebody that
I ain't the only one crazy.
Well, no, I've had that happen before where I like somebody I cut for whatever. And we not like that or anything like that. But we had a situation where, like I said, we've known each other for years upon years.
It got to be that long?
Well, no, I'm just saying. That we've just known this situation, whatever, we have known each other for a long time. And, like I say, they be like, hey, say, I love you, whatever, right? I love you too, whatever, right? Because they do, because there's love there and stuff like that. And I feel like because we get in our spaces where we get in our head and our feelings, we're lonely, with this and that, right? And you talk to somebody that's a confidant and stuff like that. Yeah. And this one time, whatever, she was like, yeah, I love you. And I was like, oh, I love you too. She's like, yeah, maybe. And I was like, what?
Oh, shit.
I was like, maybe, question mark? But I was like, what the fuck? Like that. Well, you might love me, but you might just be saying it to be enduring, to be like, you know what I'm saying, just not to be problematic in the situation. And I was like, yeah, and I'm leaving this alone.
Really?
And stuff like that. Because I'm like, now this shit is weird and awkward, right? And like, so we're cool now, whatever, right? And stuff, but it does make me feel a certain type of way. Because it's like, because like I feel, I kind of feel what you're going through, whatever, like say, because I think the older we get, whatever, the more boxed in we feel. Especially when we're left to our thoughts, whatever, by ourselves or stuff like that. So I understand that. But as a friend and caring about you, right? No, so I do have love for you and stuff like that. I can't, I guess, express or do whatever that you might want, whatever, or what you might just be feeling in that moment. Be like, I'm just lonely. I want to be with somebody, right? That I cut for, that I care for, whatever. And me just saying that was like a trigger for you, saying it back, right? Or using your feelings like that. I'm like, all I can do is be that friend for you, right? Anything else, whatever, if it's anything else, at this point in time, I have to protect myself as well. I have to be like, hey, I'm saying, if you feel like that, I understand, but, you know what I'm saying, oh, you got a problem with it? I understand, but this is how I feel about you. I do care. I do care for you, and I do care for you, right? It's like that. But if that's a problem, I understand.
So let me piggyback off the I love you. What if you're with somebody, you're in a relationship, and then we'll get back to insecure. You're in a relationship with somebody, y'all been dating, y'all both love each other, and you propose. Okay. And they say no. Okay. Is it over?
Probably so.
Why? It's okay. It's okay.
Wait, no. I say probably so because it depends on the situation, depends on the person.
So
if this is something that y'all have kind of discussed before, y'all been talking about whatever, right? And it gets to that point, and then that person be like, "Nah, I'm good, right?" Then you kind of left with the question of like, we've discussed these things, right? These are things that we said that we wanted, right? So for you to say no to this, right? It has to be something bigger to this.
So are you going to wait for me to tell you why it's a no?
Well, yes. I want to know why. Yeah, I want to know why.
Because I feel like if I told you I love you and you didn't say it back, it's not over.
Yeah.
So why is it that you say marry me and I say no? Yeah. Why is it over?
Yeah, it wouldn't be over. Like I said, let me say this, clarify this. It wouldn't be over at that moment. Because, no, the question needs to be asked.
Yeah, why?
Like why? Okay. Like, what's going on? And, like, you might have a valid thing to be like, no, we cannot get married because a lot of shit is not right now. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do nothing but just understand it. Anybody that just backs away and be like, after you say no, and then you tell them why, and they be like, well, that's bullshit. You supposed to be with me, this and that. No, you full of shit. Because it's maybe a valid reason why this person be like,
I'm not ready.
We're not ready for this stuff.
My credit score not where it need to be yet.
Well, I'm saying even if that's the excuse that you use, right? That's still something that's valid for you to be like, hey, I don't feel comfortable right now. Right. For us doing that.
And you should be okay with that. Yeah. Just like if I said I love you and you don't, that's my feelings, not yours, and it's okay for you not to say it back.
But that's like 10 times.
I do not want nobody.
No. But see what you're gonna say is the truth. Nobody wants somebody to forcibly say that I love you back, right? But if they don't say it, it fucks all things.
It does, but like you said, give me a compliment and I'll be okay. Like if I be like, you know what? Because I would literally say,
I love you. Oh, you cool too.
Yeah, and I'd be like, this motherfucker. But I'd be mad, but I can't be mad at him because Sometimes I say I love you and I don't even mean the shit. I just be saying it because I be in the moment. It be a moment.
Well, see, when you do shit like that, especially in the beginning, somebody do some shit like that, whatever, then you know I'm not gonna say it.
They be saying I'm crazy.
Yeah, you say some smart shit back, whatever, keep it moving, because you feel like somebody's playing. It's different when you feel like somebody's really like, hey, no, I love you. It's like, oh shit, and stuff. So
I don't know if men ever love me. I mean,
because you say it right off the bat. That's why.
I don't know.
You say it right off the bat.
Well, with my ex-husband, I didn't tell him I love him first. He told me.
When you was like, I love you too, Daddy.
I was like, oh, okay.
Let me check this shit. But what you say?
I told him, I said, oh, okay. And he was just like, do you love me? And I was like, I love the way you protect me. And that's all I said.
But how can he protect you? You didn't know him that long.
Every time I went there, he protected me. Every time I went there. When we were dating, like 4 times. You know, Jamaica was cheap. Round trip was $300. That was cheap. I ain't got to pay for a hotel or nothing.
So he protected you from stabbing Jamaica? Like what Chris Rock said,
can you not make my decision look bad? I know it's a bad decision. I'm not married no more.
I'm not making it look bad. I was like what Chris Rock said. Like, you got pretty Jamaica. It was like Sandy Beach.
Yeah, I was in the stabbing Jamaica.
He said he got stabbed in Jamaica.
They don't stab, they shoot. Yeah. That's where I was at. I was in Jamrock. That's what they call it. Yeah. That's why I couldn't talk. Don't you say nothing. I was like, oh, okay. I couldn't talk or nothing. Then he pulled me from people. But yeah, long story. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we going back to the hospital because Issa done poured out her heart. Nothing was said. And okay, we kissed. Okay. So we back at the hospital. And Molly, WebMD Molly, she was trying to tell everybody how to do their job. And she's a lawyer, not a nurse or a doctor. People hate that. People really hate that. But that's what she learned, that her mom had a stroke before, and her dad didn't tell her. And she made a comment. We learned Issa was like her mama. So now we finna learn that Molly's like her parents, because she made the comment. Because of course she's trying to conquer the world in this dress, still trying to work, still trying to be a friend, still trying to do all this shit. And she finds out her mom had that stroke, and her dad was like, we didn't want you to know. And she was like, she said, we can't help you if you pretend everything is fine. Isn't that Molly?
Yeah.
Does she act like everything is fine? And it's like, we're trying to help you. So now you see how it feels. So like the writers gave us a look at both characters in their parents. And I really like that, because it's like, Molly, you see this now? Do you get this is why you and Issa was having problems, because you was trying to act like you was just so perfect and this and that, and she knew you was going through some shit. And say I'm the total opposite. When I'm going through shit, you'll know I'm going through shit, but I just want to go through it by myself. I'll tell you, but I just give me a moment, because I'm gonna think of a plan and I'm gonna fix my plan. And if I need somebody to help me with my plan, then I reach out to you. But I don't keep that shit a secret that I'm going through stuff. I just don't need everybody's help.
Yeah, I'm the verse of that.
So you be quiet.
Yeah.
And you deal with it in silence.
Yeah, because I am. I hate when people say that, but that's the common thing. It's not being the strong person, the strong friend, the strong family member, whatever the case may be. It's not that. That's a learned behavior, just like saying your parents, whatever. It's an inherited trait, whatever. It's knowing that I can't grieve,
right?
Or I can't deal with a certain situation like everybody else,
right?
Because if I fall apart or I fall,
then everybody,
shit won't get done.
Well, see, I'm the same way. So when we first started this, my grandfather died. I had to do everything, the planning of the funeral, talking to people, everything. And then right after the funeral, I came straight here and recorded. Like, I wiped some of my makeup up, took my eyes, and came right back here and recorded. I had to be strong for my family. I'm vocal. I got this shit going on, but I got it. And then I just went on, to get it done. I'll tell you what's going on. So if you decide you wanted to be there for me, you can be there for me. But I don't have time for you to stop me and ask me what you can do. Figure it out, because I don't have the time. Like, I'm trying to do 50 million things in my head. And I did have some friends that showed up. They knew how I operate. So they were like, I'm going to sit in the cut. When she need me, I'm right here. If she fall, I'm right here. And I appreciate that for them. But it's like, when I am going through, when I am going through the shit, I don't need your input. Now, once I come out the shit, give me your input. But right now, let me just focus. Just pray for me. That's all I really need. Unless I call you and say, hey, I need you. Because by this time, I told you what I'm going through. So you know what I'm going through. So when I say I can't do this by myself, you know where to pick up. Because you know what I'm going through. So like if I'm saying, I can't get this podcast. I can't get this I did it with you before. I was like, I got nothing. I don't know what to talk about. And you was like, okay. You let the couple days pass. I ain't told you nothing we talk about. You start sending me shit. Mm-hmm. That was just you doing, that's what I needed. And I'm like, oh, I know what I'm going to talk about now. I got it. And that's the type of friends that I need around me. Like, let me go through my shit. Don't think I'm making funny. Don't think I'm going through, I'm not talking to you. Let me be strong, but just be there when you know I can't take it anymore. Mm-hmm. And you going to know I can't take it because I'm going to tell you. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm literally going to be vocal and say, I can't do this. Like, I might call you and cry or whatever. But yeah, so Molly saw herself and her parents, and I think that was a moment for her because she got vulnerable when her and Issa were together. Mm-hmm. And I want to apologize to the insecure writers because I've been talking shit all season about not getting that conversation between Issa and Molly. Mm-hmm. I didn't need the conversation after last night. Yeah. Because I got a different conversation. Molly was vulnerable and she said she just want to be a part of something. She wants her circle, her family and her friends, and she wants to be in a loop. And Issa was able to be the real Issa with no guard up and said, you're always in my loop. And I was just like, that's the love story right there, the friendship. This is what the insecure is about because they both were, in that very moment, they were insecure. They both had some shit going on. Issa didn't even tell Molly about Nathan. Shit, because that day it wasn't about Issa, it was about Molly. So she separated the two. She held her shit. She was like, let me focus on my friend. And when she focused on her friend was able to quit the fake, the phony, the bullshit persona that she had going on, and she was able to let her best friend in again. And that, right then and there, I felt like they became best friends again. Do you agree?
Well,
about to say something.
Well, no, I just feel like they however they did the past year, whatever that they worked on their stuff, like you said, when they one of the last episodes when she had her own pillow and stuff, and so saying that she's been staying over there. Yeah, and they've been bonding and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, the person to be vulnerable. It takes a lot for somebody to be vulnerable in that moment. Because I'm vulnerable with everybody about their stuff,
but not
my own shit. Because my thing in 21 has been trying to be real about a lot of shit. When I tell people, because I'm always the person to say that, oh, I'm okay, I'm fine. And I found a way to actually express that. To actually say that when I tell somebody I'm okay and I'm fine, I'm not okay, I'm not fine. I'm okay enough to function.
So you just tell me you're okay, you fine before we start recording.
I'm just saying.
So now I got to dig into it.
I'm just saying. But that's my thing. When you look at somebody, talk to somebody, you know something's wrong.
Yeah, that's why I asked you follow-up questions.
Yeah, some follow-up questions like that. And it's like, no, I'm not okay, because like, hey, it could be something where you could be like, I'm pissed off, right? Or it could be something where like, you know what I'm saying, something just kind of like family something happened, right? Or just something you just be like, I just can't take shit no more, right? Yeah. My personality, I'm gonna say I'm okay, I'm fine. And if I say that I am to the point where I'm okay to function, I'm okay to get through whatever else this day has, right? Right.
But I can't take no more shit.
Where sometimes, like, if somebody comes at you with some bullshit, because you have people that'll be like, they'll see that, and they'll still put their shit on you. Yeah. And stuff like that. And that's when I'll be like, you know what, I'm not saying this year, whatever, I'll be like, you know what, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not going to walk away.
You know what's crazy? I have a friend, and I love her to death, but she put bullshit on me. It's always bullshit. And she'll ask me, how you doing, da-da-da-da. And I tell her, and she overloads me with her bullshit to where I get drained. And I had to stop talking. Like, literally, we're friends, but I don't call or talk to her because I feel like every time I talk to her, it's some bullshit. And I'm at a point to where it's like, y'all, I finally found my happy. Mm-hmm. I'm finally mentally stable and not overwhelmed. And I can't. Like, I can't take it. I can't do it. But she's a sweet person. But the thing is, like, she got a whole husband. Mm-hmm. Give him your bullshit, please. Don't give it to me. I don't want it. Like, I love you, but I just can't take it.
Yeah, it could be a lot, whatever. But Ron, go ahead and round out insecure. Then we'll go on to another topic because my insecure.
Because we always jump. Yeah.
Well, I have some other stuff I have to say about
that. Shit. Well, the ending, of course, is a cliffhanger. Yeah. We're going to get some coffee for Miley. Yeah. And we run into Canola. Yeah. And we get a full look at this baby from Issa's point of view. I love when they do that. And Kerry Washington did this episode. She directed everything. Mm-hmm. She did. We saw how Issa glanced over the baby. Mm-hmm. I mean, saw everything about the baby. And we could see her heart, how her heart felt when she saw that baby and she saw Canola. Oh, and she saw Lawrence. Mm-hmm. I don't think that I Love You was for Nathan. That I Love You was definitely for Lawrence.
Yeah, and his look was for her.
And his look was for her. Like, this should have been us. Yeah. And I think I'm jumping ahead, but it was the middle of a work week. It was the daytime. Lawrence done moved back already. Mm-hmm. So I think him and Canola tried to, because they weren't arguing. It wasn't no awkward body. So I think from the looks of it looked like they were a family. We could be wrong, because Insecure always get me wrong. But they looked like a family. Issa looked like her heart dropped. Oh, yeah. And mine dropped too. And he saw her. Mm-hmm. Like, he looked her in her eyes. And when he looked her in her eyes, it was like, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. But it was like, I still love you. Mm-hmm. And then we went off.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since that's the end of the episode, I'll say my 2 points.
I'm listening.
Okay. My 2 points is when Molly went on her little conversation with Issa when they was in the hospital room. Right. And she was saying about like her mom being sick and how she was like, I don't feel good enough. I don't have any kids from my parents. This and that. It's like you feel like, in that moment, in that episode, whatever.
Oh God, it touched home.
Well, yeah, it touches home because it's like, I deal with some of the same things, whatever. Because you have that, like, think about where Molly's at. Molly's an accomplished lawyer. Right. You know what I'm saying? She has a lot of stuff going for her. It's like, and she was like, yeah, bitch, you got a nice apartment, you got this and that, blah, blah, you got play.
You're smart.
Yeah, you're smart, this and that. Yeah, and you hear people tell you that, right? But you can have all these accomplishments that you can point to, right? Right. And at the end of the day, you still
focus on what you did.
But you still feel like a failure in life. Because you feel like I haven't, again, going back to the theme of the season, the theme of life right now, I haven't checked these boxes off.
Yeah. More check boxes.
Yes, more check boxes. So I haven't checked these boxes off. So it makes you feel some type of way, right? Uh-huh. It's like, especially in that moment when you have a parent, whatever, something that's going through sickness, whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like so I'm not going to talk about that on the podcast, but I have my own family situation right now and stuff like that. So it makes you feel like that. Yeah. That I am not fulfilling some part of my life that's going on right now. Right. And that could, because I'm saying, again, you're dealing with the internal pressures, you're dealing with the external pressures, right? Mm-hmm. And that can drive you to a state of depression.
It does.
I'm saying, if you don't really, like, watch it, whatever, because you're in your head about it, and you don't want to you look around, and like, from what gets me sometimes, whatever, I'm like, okay, nah, and you tripping with it, right? Right. Because I look around, and I'll see people doing some of the same things and making hasty decisions. Right. Where you'd be like, did you think about that shit? Whatever. Like, no, you're just trying to go ahead and check this box, whatever. Yeah. And it's like that. So I'm just like, no, and it tells me to be like, hey, reevaluate yourself, chill out, pump the brakes on yourself. Right. Don't do some stupid shit.
See, and I agree with you totally. And I'm that friend in the group that does the hasty decisions, and I always telling my friends not to do it because I did do a lot of shit because like you said, having a parent that's sick. My mom passed away.
Mm-hmm.
I got one parent. So I'm like, I want my daddy to be able to walk me down the aisle.
Yeah.
I want my daddy to see me do this. I want my daddy to see me do that. So I want my daddy to be proud of me, because in the black community, our parents are really too often say, hey, I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
And around this time, it's the holidays. Thanksgiving, I thank God me and my sister doing a different tradition. But when you all around the table with your family, and you're looking around and all your cousins are married, and you're not married, and all the older people in the family, because, you know, I'm the Beyonce of the family. All the people in your family look at you and be like, well, what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Why you not married? What's wrong with you? Why you ain't got a house? What's wrong with you? And you be like, okay, let me just go hurry up and check a box so they can shut up.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons why I got married. To check a box so everybody can shut up. So they can leave me the fuck alone. Now, I did it. Okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Okay? Because I think I brought one guy around for a holiday. Because I don't really like a lot of people. I like them, but I really don't like them. I tolerate them. Like, I'll see the good, and then I'll just ignore the bad. It's not too many guys that I have really, really liked. And it's just like, okay, I'm not bringing you around the holidays. But it was one that I did like, and I brought him around the holidays, and it's just like, okay, and of course my family was like, when y'all get married? And it was like, fuck, here go the pressure. I'm not bringing nobody else around for the holidays. But you look at it, and you look at your life, because I literally, earlier this year, me and Tisha, that been on the show before, had this conversation, because she was like, I want this in life. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you're smart. You're beautiful. You just bought a house. You doing a we all been both roles. Like, you doing a goddamn thing. A man don't define you. Yeah. Or this don't define you. What's for you will be for you. And it's like, I was the Issa and she was the Miley. It's been the other way around, where T that's been on the show, I've told her, like, I don't feel worthy enough. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think I'll ever get married because I don't have this, I don't have that. She like, what the fuck? Do you not know who you are? Like, she's literally said those things to me. And it's just like, we all been there. Everybody. And if they say they haven't, they're lying. We've all been there. We feel like the things that we don't have outshines the things that we have. Like, you're sitting here saying you don't have kids. Alan, you graduated from PV. You're an engineer. You don't have kids. So that means you got extra money. Okay, you can get up and go when you want to go. Your legacy does not end because you don't have children. Your legacy, you can put it in something else. Look what you're doing. You got how many podcasts going on right now? You got shit going on. Like, if somebody Google your name, it's not going to be a kid that done embarrassed you on social media some kind of way. It's going to be the shit that you've accomplished. So, and that's what I've learned through my friends, to when people are like, well, what are kids? Well, you know, I just created this new game. You know, nobody in the family did a game. Or I just wrote a book. How about you buy that? Okay. Because I ain't got no kid that I need diapers from you to go buy. Okay? So help me here. I'm putting revenue in my pocket. I need you to do something. Did I say it right? Not revenue, earnings. I put earnings in my pocket.
You said it right.
Oh, I did? Yeah, I failed business class.
No, but that goes to my second point, though, into this, into the show and into life, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, the look on Lauren's face, right, at the end, is the look that not just men, but women have as well, as both sexes have that situation where we have done some crash dummy shit. Uh-huh. And you, like, go back to, like, one of the last episodes, whatever, when he was like, you blew up my life, right? And like I said on the podcast that time, it wasn't because Condola blew up his life, whatever. He doesn't feel that kind of malice towards her, nothing like that. No ill will towards her. But you taking out the anger on her because you have the anger for yourself. Yeah, you know, like I say, and in that look of looking at Issa or whatever, is that the look of like you say, this should have been us, right? Yeah. And I did some stupid shit, whatever. And like I said, we all have dealt with people that we'd be like, you do some shit, and you'd be like, I knew I shouldn't have fucked with you. I shouldn't have messed with you, whatever case may be, because you know, anything goes wrong with messing with this person, right? Blows up something totally perfect that you might have with somebody else. Right. It's the butterfly effect. I feel like strongly, like if I could go back in time and change some shit, I know
my outcome would be what I want, but it'll fuck up something else like that. Yeah. But I can honestly say, that's why I said this. I don't know what crystal ball they have, but they got Kenni written all up in it because they're putting a microscope to my life. Like, I've done some fuck shit. I've did some shit, and then I look and I see the dude or the job or the situation that I should have had because that was supposed to be me.
Yeah.
And because I said maybe no to a proposal, or maybe I wanted what I wanted when I wanted it, and they didn't want it at that moment, and it was like end all be all. Like, you give me what I want or it's nothing. Then I look up and it's like, you giving her everything I wanted. But it's my fault because, like, I made that decision.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fuck. Like, it's nothing you can do.
I think the main thing between the show, between life and everything else, the main thing is like life has no pause.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? You'll look up, you'll do something today, and you'll look up, and it's 5 years from now.
Yep.
And it's like, and I think that's what gets a lot of people in trouble. That's what gets a lot of people motivated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It does so much that you be like, okay, I gotta get on this shit now because I didn't wasted so many years or so much time, or whatever the case may be. So, you know what I'm saying? You have to kind of check yourself, and you have to redirect yourself to something positive or positive thinking. And like you say, just to really get off and start doing things. Don't wait on anybody. Don't wait on a relationship. Don't wait on friends, whatever. Be like,
just do it.
Like we said this year too, when traveling. Because we've all done it before, like, okay, yeah, let's go here, whatever. And you wait on
and then you don't go.
Your friends to book and all this stuff, and you don't go with it, right?
Right.
You need to be the person to be like, hey, I'm going, instead of like, hey, we need to go here, or would y'all like to go here? And you'd be like, hey, I'm going here on this date. Like, who's talking about it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I already booked my ticket.
Yeah, and if you go by yourself, that's what's up. But then, like I say, then if somebody hits you, I'm like, well, shit, I'm free. I'll ride.
I'll go with you. Yeah.
But don't wait on anybody.
Don't wait on nobody, and it's okay to be left.
Yeah, don't wait on anybody because life is not gonna wait on you.
It's exactly because I've had friends that's been like, "Hey, we're going to New Orleans for this and this and this," and I'm like, "I can't go." Don't wait on me. Don't be mad at me because I can't go. Y'all go. It's a reason why I can't go. But guess what? I don't mind traveling by myself. Yeah. So if something come up and I can go, I drive down New Orleans by myself. I meet up with y'all if I need to meet up with y'all. If I don't, I don't. Yeah. And I have been plenty of places by myself. I love it. Traveling alone. If you can't be alone by yourself, how you expect somebody else to want to be with you? And
I was going to say, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's why, what was it? One of the best trips I had this year, whatever. One of my friends, one of my close friends, whatever, had like a birthday thing in New Orleans. And him and some of his partners, whatever, they was already down there. So I got off work for that morning, came home, showered, hit to the airport. Okay. The airport, I got to New Orleans like 8 o'clock that morning.
That morning,
well, 8, 9 o'clock that morning, I got to New Orleans.
You couldn't check in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I got in chicken early.
Oh, okay.
So I'm at the airport. I'm in New Orleans at 9. I get to the hotel, whatever, by like 10 something, whatever. I check in my room and stuff like that. I'm hitting them up where y'all at. They're like, oh, we doing this brunch, this and that. But shit, I'm gonna catch a nap because I'm just nap. So I chill in the room for a little bit. I sleep a little bit. Then I go out. They like, oh, we here, blah, blah. But shit, when I get back, I catch up with y'all.
Right.
I leave. I go get something to eat. I go to the casino. Right. I hit like $500-$600 by myself, whatever.
You didn't give me no money?
We was doing this shit.
Yeah, we was. This was like April or May. Hold on.
Yeah. So, now this was in July.
July? Oh, okay. Because I went in July. Oh, yeah, you went right after I went. Yeah. Yeah,
so, you know what I'm saying? So I did that, whatever, and I'm just chilling on Canal with myself, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bourbon and stuff like that. Then my partner met up with me. We kick it. You know what I'm saying? Then we head out later that night. You know what I'm saying? We with everybody. We hit some spots, whatever. Dope spots, whatever. 3 in the morning, we get back. I'm like, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Because I got to get on the damn plane to get back. Yeah. And shit like that. So, but I'm like, I hung with who I wanted to hang with. We enjoyed ourselves. Right. I spent time to myself. And I enjoyed myself.
And that's how I like to do it. I am the person who, if I see a concert I want to go, I just buy 2 tickets. Mm-hmm. If that day coming, I don't have nobody to go with, I'll put it on Facebook. Yeah. Anybody want to go to the concert? You'll never know the connections you build. I will go out to eat by myself. Friday, I'm going to pray by myself. I get off at 11. I'm going because I want to experience that restaurant. I love being alone, and I don't mind it. I had a friend that said, we had a party this weekend, and she was like, "Well, who all gonna be there?" I said, "Girl, I don't care who gonna be there. I don't care if I don't know nobody in there. I leave knowing somebody. I never met a stranger."
That's the thing. But like you say, with that being said, never be afraid or whatever to be alone, but never get comfortable being alone.
Right, and you shouldn't. You should never, because once you get comfortable being alone, that's when the depression hits and you get all sad and bullshit. Yeah. But yeah, I love to be by myself, but I love to be with my people too at the same time. But I need balance. Like I don't always want to be with my people, but a lot of people don't understand when you say I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like they don't understand, and I feel like it's okay if it's a group of 6 of y'all and 2 don't want to go. You 4 go. Yeah. It's okay. They not mad at y'all. Post all you want. Do what you want. They just don't want to go. And it's okay. It's okay sometimes to be left out.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
Well, it's okay to be left out. With that, like you're saying, you have a group of, let's say, 4 friends, right? 4 friends including yourself. Okay. Like, well, you be the 5th friend. And you be like, 2 of the friends, whatever, don't want to go, right?
Right.
But the 2 that don't want to go is the 2 that you kind of like really
hang out with.
Really click with, right? Just because they don't want to go, whatever, you still can go. Yeah. Because then you'll go with the other 2 people and be like, learn something new. But like, hey, we really rock with each other. I never really spent this much time with you like that.
Yeah.
And stuff
I agree. So. Because when you have a group of friends like that, and when you don't go because when you always with don't go, and the other group don't really fuck with you, that's when you start be like, they don't really fuck with me like this. So. Yeah. And they really ain't my friend either. So now I don't want to talk to them. So yeah, that'd be the crazy part. But yeah, y'all are accomplished. I don't know how we got here, but we're here.
All right, so how we gonna round it off?
The show was good. It's getting better and better. Did you see the highlights for the next week?
Yeah.
How did the barber know Nathan was bipolar? Because he never told nobody but Issa.
I'm pretty sure he told somebody.
I thought he didn't tell nobody.
Yeah.
I think Issa's gonna hurt Nathan.
Because I'm saying she had no reason to talk to that barber about him being bipolar, and she's not the kind of person that just tell his business either.
Yeah.
I think no, so that's just the conversation.
We gonna see
because that's his barbershop, whatever that he's been kind of like doing. So I think he's had a conversation with the people before.
I think the next episode we may get Issa and Lawrence crossing paths, like really talking. I think she's going to hurt Nathan, though, because I feel like her saying, I love you, even though Nathan didn't say it back, I think he feels a way about it. And I think he loves her, too. And he's going to tell her. But seeing Lawrence is going to bring up those feelings. And she's going to put him on the back burner again for Lawrence.
Well, I don't think that might happen. I think he might have an episode.
They're going to get married.
After calling bipolar or whatever, I think he's going to have an episode.
He's definitely going to have it. Because they showed us him taking the pills for a reason.
Yeah.
You know they do everything for a reason. So I think that's going to be a huge thing. But that's just my prediction. Shout out to everybody. It's Thanksgiving. Be with your family. You can always purchase Kiki with Kenni. Wait, guess who? Celebrity. Who this?
Yeah, who this?
Lord. Jesus, who that? No, who this? I don't forgot it.
Yeah, who this? Yeah. Who this game? You know what I'm saying? By Kiki with Kenni.
Going on.
Yeah. For your holiday fun.
If you need a game to play in your living room, club living room, shout out to me, holler at me, inbox me, call me, text me. I'll meet you on the freeway or the beltway or whatever and get it for you. Quick quote. I just found it while we was talking because of something you said. Life is like a camera. Focus on what's important. Capture the good times. Develop from the negatives. And if things don't work out, take another shot. I like that. I like that. Okay. With that, bye.